Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode featuring my buddy, returning guest, Ryan Cheney. I had a whole lot of fun talking to Ryan. This was a wild one for sure. We talk about his recent surgery, and he plays 4 brand new live acoustic tunes for us, talking about his upcoming record he's working on with his fellow bandmate Matt Benne from Fivefold. So we talk about new Fivefold stuff coming up. Got a lot of things happening in this episode, so I hope you enjoy it. Do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company, an American Rambler located here in St. Louis, Missouri, over in the Maplewood area. Stop in and visit them there, or shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. Use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase. That's including all your favorite beard oils, beard balms, their junk powder, or one of my personal favorites, their Roughneck Beard Batter. Check it all out again using my code RPP15 for 15% off your purchase. They've got beard oils and all kinds of different fragrances. Whatever you're into, I'm sure they have their product just perfect for you. They've got soaps, combs, all kinds of grooming products through their American Rambler section. So, again, shop everything at roughneckbeardcompany.com and tell them Shane sent you. Also, big thank you to my friends over at Friendship Brewing Company here in Wentzville, Missouri. You can swing in and check out some of their 25 different taps over there of craft beers. They've got a bunch of different great food items on their menu, including some nachos and some sandwiches and all kinds of delicious stuff. And it's just a fun atmosphere, a great big patio, live music happening all the time over there also. And they're very involved in the community, which I love to see. Even beyond supporting this show, they've done a lot. Recently, we lost a fallen soldier, a Wentzville native, Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz, and you've been hearing me talk about it. But they've launched a beer in his honor, and all the proceeds of that particular beer can go right to his foundation in his name. So it's a very cool thing they're doing to support that cause. But yeah, come on out, check out their brand new s'mores stout they just launched. I got to get over there and try that out, and all kinds of stuff. So again, visit friendshipbrewingcompany.com and find them in Old Town Wentzville, serving up all your craft beer needs. And then find Friendship Brewing Company also on your Facebook and Instagram. Get plugged in with them. That is it for me, everybody. If you need me, of course, you can always find me at rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Feel free to email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to support the show in any other way, you can visit the merch store at byjack.com and grab a t-shirt, hat, tank top. The little Shaney shirts are up there. So any of those, it'd be super cool to see those rocking around for the summer. Get everybody out there, letting everybody know what your favorite podcast is. So thank you, everybody, for your continued support. Thank you for listening. And with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this brand new episode with my buddy, Ryan Cheney.
The podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
This is Ryan Cheney, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot, could be rock, folk, country or hip hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri, hanging out with returning guest Ryan Cheney.
Hey! I don't know why it's like that.
I mean, we're having a party, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Man, I was thinking about it, like, so we've done 2 Fivefold ones, we've done a Steeples one, and this is your second now as a solo artist.
Yeah.
And you appeared on the Songwriter Showcase, so
Yeah.
this is sixth appearance on the show now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Man, we've been buddies for such a long time.
yeah, I think we're like, I don't know, over 10 years or something.
Yeah,
We've known each other.
definitely,
something
100%.
like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time, but yeah, it's
I was a wee little lad.
yeah, yeah. That's what was maybe not everybody feel the same way about it, but that's what I think is cool about the podcast is like that we have so much of this documented and like where you were at and where you're going and everything, and so it's cool to kind of like archive all of this, and so
that is a huge benefit. You know what I mean? Just and just for yourself too, just to be like, dude, that's crazy. I put out this many episodes,
right?
And this was just a pipe dream at one point.
Oh,
and
yeah.
look,
Sure.
it's the beauty of doing anything. You can just look back and be like, yeah, dude, it's still crushing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I think about, what's really cool for me is like I'm almost like, especially having the audio there, but like I can think about like when you ask me about a certain one, I'll take you right back to where, it's like I think about
which episode it was.
Yeah, well, maybe not the number, but I can tell you, like, I remember when me and Chris came over to the warehouse and recorded with you guys for the first time.
Yeah, that's when we were actually we had a new guitarist we were trying out that day.
So stuff like that, like I can immediately go back to that day and
like sitting at that desk with all us heathens sitting around it, couldn't keep quiet.
Right, yeah, so it's just fun, man. I'm glad that and I'm just it's good that we've been and remained buddies for all these years, and and I'm glad to see you continue doing this thing and making all kinds of new music, which we're going to share a bunch of it today, man. So and we got new Fivefold stuff to talk about. We got a big show on the calendar, so it's cool that we're talking about Fivefold again. Like, cause
dude.
So
all gears are grinding.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So I know we just talking. I know you had kind of a crazy week even before we got to do this. So like you had some appendicitis.
Yeah. So I was telling, so like Monday, I wake up, I have some like what feels like gas. And by Tuesday morning, they tell me I got to get my appendix removed.
Right.
And go there, and by 11 p.m., they take the thing out, and it was crazy because it was a freaking surgery, and they literally took things out of my body. Also, they took a hernia out of my belly button. So the belly button story is crazy too, because like as long as I can remember, every dude I'm friends with has made fun of how my belly button looks. And it was like an innie outie. It was weird, right? And all these people talk crap on it. Well, I had a hernia. And so it was like my belly button looked weird because it was like poking out because it had that. So now I have a normal looking belly button for the first time, I believe, like in my life. And I'm pretty stoked about it. It looks really freaking ugly right now, but soon I'll have a really nice looking belly button. I'm really stoked about it.
You have to come back on the show and show us.
Yeah, man. But no, and so I rested for 2 days, Also like big shout out to Mercy South for literally taking such good care of me. They were just amazing. It gave me a whole new sight into how healthcare workers are amazing people and empathetic people and really deserve more than what they get.
Right.
The people there were so kind and skilled. But yeah, here I am. So that was Tuesday evening, and it's Sunday right now, and I'm walking around, I'm singing, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
I was really nervous about like the turnaround time because everyone was like, yeah, it's a simple procedure, but still I'm like, dude, you took things out of me. How is that simple? That's a lot.
What about the hernia thing?
That's still,
do you know what? Like, do you recall that at all, or
no,
is it just?
No. It's just I literally think I've just had. Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, like
getting a hernia.
Yeah, it was like you don't have like any memory of like some hurt that hurt.
No,
one day
I mean,
and then,
I did, I don't know. I didn't. I obviously didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But I will, without TMI, I will say that already my bathroom experience is 100% better. It's amazing.
Right.
But I think it was like a silent pain I just dealt with that I never knew was a problem.
I see those memes, and it's like stuff like all this this pain or whatever, and it was like, do you have any of this? And it's like, oh, just the normal. Like
just the normal, yeah.
Well, it's like
it gets buried
right.
under all the other things that you're. I don't have time. Right. I don't have time to worry about this pain right now.
But then they're like, well, the normal is 0. So I was like, well, yeah.
That's literally when, like, at the hospital, they're like, what's your pain level right now? 1 to 10. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm normally in a little bit of pain.
Right.
Isn't everybody? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, 5. And the difference is like if you get more pain meds or not. You know what I mean? What were they giving me? They were giving me some stuff when I was in there, and it just knocked me out. I was just a space cadet.
I took my buddy Steve to get he had a knee surgery done. And so I drove him there, and I remember being in the room, like before the prep stuff, and like they were like, all right, go ahead and count back from 10 and all this stuff.
Dude,
And he's like, starts laughing, and then he's like, 10, and just.
Yeah, dude, it's literally, it was crazy. They were like, I was waiting for it, and literally, and then the doctor's talking to me, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Clearly, I was aware of like falling asleep, so I go, all right, let's go party with what did I say? I said, oh no, I said I'm gonna go party with someone. I forget. But yeah, and then waking up, and I woke up in like this, like this waiting area, and I was just still like so out of it. And I looked at my phone, and everyone knew more about the surgery than me. And that was the weirdest part. Is Brittany's like, the surgery went really awesome to like my parents and stuff, and I'm like, how? Like it was weird. Like when it's happening to you, but you don't know. You're getting your information off of like a text 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, they took really good care of me, and thankfully I'm feeling really, really awesome already.
Yeah, man.
So it's and it's like I looked up a million different things to like get what's the key to getting better faster, because I got no time to sit on my butt. And what I found is laughing. So we did the hint. We did a Fivefold music video shoot the other day, and I was worried about going because that was literally 2 days after I got stuff ripped out of me, and I was worried about just like them like just getting me to drink and smoking and laughing, and I didn't drink that much, but I laughed so much till it hurt and I had to lay down. But I woke up the next day and I felt like $1 million.
Yeah.
So I think that literally laughing just ridiculously amounts with my dudes was like the medicine I needed. And literally it's just been all in the up and up. But it's left me, I know it's, probably compared to things that other people go through that are very life threatening.
Mm-hmm.
it's the appendix literally is still like very life threatening. A lot of people die from that, especially when it ruptures. But it kind of, for me and my crew, we've lost so many people that it really made me very humble about just like how literally if life was just like, all right, it's your time, you're up. And just that quickly, you can go from literally just like killing it, just having a great time, to where unbearable pain, and then you're gone. And so it just made me more. I'm really excited to be more happy and to be more aware of like, all right, this is what feeling good feels like.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you're on the mend and feeling better already, and felt up to singing and playing today because I was. When we talked earlier that it might not, you weren't positive how you'd feel, and I was like, well, that kind of bummer. Like, I was hoping to play some tunage, and so I'm glad you were feeling up to it today.
Yeah,
and
man. I'm glad too, man. It's like you can take away my legs, my arms, like whatever, man. Don't take away my singing. When I go a day without being able to just belt out in song, it really messes with me.
Oh yeah.
So,
but we did a little acoustic jamming. We shared some new songs here today, and I'm pretty sure I never heard any of these. So like that was a nice, for me, like I love hearing all the new stuff. And like and getting a little sneak peek of what you're up to. So let's kind of start with dropping some of these in there. Let's start with the first one you did was. A new one called Hunter Hunted.
Yeah, definitely. I was running through the woods like a wolf on the hunt. I'm tracking my way to you. I've been running faster. There's no escape. I want another taste of your bad lips. They left me breathless, but when I caught my wind, I started running faster. There's no escape, I'm well on my way, and you are like the animal in me. There's a full moon out and I can't sleep, and even if I did, I dream of you and me. Will you let me out of my cage? I'm hungry for your love like an animal. And I want you out like an animal. And you stole my heart like a thief in the night. You didn't even say goodbye. You were running faster, left me to die, but you didn't know my vision's better in the dark, and the trail left by my heart will lead me straight to you. You can run as fast as you can, I'll be coming before you know it. I like the animal in me. And there's a full moon out and I can't sleep on it. Dream of you and me. Will you let me out of my cage? I'm hungry for your love like an animal. And I want you out like an animal. And I'm on my way, yeah. Won't you come in and play, yeah. I was running through the woods, but I lost your scent. A change in the wind when you came up running on me. You caught me instead. I'm the hunted. Said I like the animal in you. And there's a full moon out and I can't sleep. Oh, even if I did, I dream of you and me. anymore.
This was, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm real bad, like, I mean, about it. Like, sometimes in my own head, like, when you start playing, and then, like, I just start, like, kind of painting a picture,
Yeah.
you know, creating the music video, kind of, you know, I start wherever the words start taking my mind, and
That's awesome, because I mean that's what any songwriter wants, you know.
yeah. So it was like this one definitely. There's a lot of visual to go with it, you know. So it made it easy. But yeah, this was really a cool tune, man. I like kind of hearing. We kind of talked about it, but a little more southern rock kind of.
100%, yeah, definitely.
I feel like this is sort of in the, you know, you've done the rock stuff, you've done folk, you've done some pop, but this is kind of the marriage right between the two of the rock and folk stuff.
I think that's what that's what I found, and what you know, all my homies that are helping me create this album, that we've all found that that's literally what's happening. It's the knowledge of years of playing different styles and basically singing a million different ways, to like being like, all right, here's the baby that all that made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
But yeah, what do you want to add around Hunter Hunted?
Yeah. I mean, it's first and foremost, it's, you know, it's up to the listener to gain whatever, but Hunter Hunted is literally a song. So me and my wife were traveling a lot, and we were on the road, and so we just listened to true crime podcasts for like hours and hours and hours. And I got back, and I just kind of started writing. I like, and it was around Halloween too, so I like this idea of like writing like a spooky song. Like it's just about a feeling, and the feeling is literally just like, you know, being attracted to someone and trying to holler at them, you know. But in this, is way more. It sounds way more intense and creepy, you know. But yeah, that's what I like about it. It's a little unnerving, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I hope everyone likes it.
I don't know. I still like. There's the old Chappelle show. There was a character on there. Let me holler at you. Can I holler at you? You know,
let me holler at you.
The guy was just like, I don't know. It just made me laugh. But yeah, man. This was like you're saying, it's definitely open to interpretation and things. Like I don't ever really want people to just totally spell it out for you, kind of. But like it's just so it is nice to hear those, like, you know, like you're saying, the behind the scenes, like the true crime stories, helping inspire.
There's one line in the song that I'm like, oh man, it's the line is I lost your son. You were running faster, left me to die, but you didn't know my vision's better in the dark, and the trail left by my heart will lead me straight to you. And I'm like, man, that's pretty intense, man. Like that is literally inspired by Morbid, the podcast.
Yeah, shout out to
dude. No, man, they've kept us safe and literally looking over our shoulders at every gas station in America so far.
I don't know. I haven't really got into I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I haven't really got into the true crime podcast.
Don't do it unless like you really just don't want to trust anybody.
Yeah. But I do like the documentaries. Netflix has had a bunch of good ones, like you know, the Night Stalker and stuff.
100%.
I mean, like I do. I like a lot of the, you know, spooky movies and stuff too, but like there's something even more like about the real life stuff, you know, that these, you know, obviously a lot of it's inspired by real life, but like having actual, like, you know, documents and all the interviews and different, you know, and all the different things that come with it, like it's pretty fascinating, even though it's a terribly messed up situation.
Yeah, 100%. It is really addicting, sadly.
Yeah, right.
But I love them. Me and my wife will just like, if we're cleaning the house one day, we'll just like blast up the true crime podcast and be in separate rooms. Like, he did what? You know.
All right.
But yeah, man.
That. Yeah, most of the podcasting I listen to tends to, like, especially at work, I listen to a lot now, and there's a lot more comedy. But I like, there's a podcast I like a lot, and I just actually got to meet him again Ryan Sickler does a show called The Honeydew that I've been listening to a lot, and it's not necessarily. It's definitely comedy. It's fun, there's some funny things, but he also highlights a lot of. He calls the highlight and the lowlights, and so he likes to have various people on to kind of talk about some of their like worst parts of their life and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and like. So it's almost it's in a sense for me it's like therapeutic to kind of go through listening to some of these things where people, especially knowing the outcome, like these people have overcome some of these things, and
when it's just success stories,
right.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's hard to listen to them sometimes because they are super sad but then like knowing that they
you got to be in a certain mental state, man.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's done a spin-off of that show now and he calls it Honeydew with Y'all, and he has listeners call in and does like shows with them now, and that's the stuff like I like all the stuff with the comedians and the celebrities that he just had one with Tony Hawk last week, and like it was cool to hear Tony on there, and like but he has these people on and share their stories and though, like, I mean, this one guy, he lives in Canada, and his job, like, for a while was like the not a coroner, but he would like go and clean up the body scenes and stuff, and like people would like he had to like like trash the mattresses and or whatever when people died on their beds and like
oh my god, dude,
like and all he told all these stories about like these scenes that he's cleaned up and stuff, and all these people died in their houses, and some people like died in their houses, were left there for like weeks or whatever, because they didn't have.
Yeah, and they have to. Yeah, man.
Stuff
I used to work for this company that did fire and water restoration, and there were some times that like we never had to clean up bodies, but like we would have to clean up like the aftermaths of like situations when people like would like like take their life and stuff like that. And I literally opted out of every single one of those. I'm like, I am just too young to to have to deal with that. I'm sorry. I'm 15 years old. I don't want to, I just think I got a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's got to be a tough job.
He told a story about like this one apartment he went to. It was I think he said it was like, I don't know, like 12th or I don't know. It was pretty high up in the apartment, just whatever it was. But the apartment was up there, and but he said you could smell it from the ground.
Oh, dude!
When they got there, like, and he gets in there, and this woman had, like, I guess started like was small, and then like kept adding, and like, but she had like 60 cats in this like one bedroom apartment.
Oh my god!
And according to his story, like it kept going like this. It got so bad where
that is like not safe for animals too. Like
nobody,
it's disgusting for you, but it's like, in what world is 60 cats living in an apartment?
Right.
I mean, I feel bad that we have 2 dogs living in. I mean, this is a kind of spacious, but still, it's like,
sure.
How is that good?
So it like kept going. Like he said that like where she had actually like moved out because it got so bad, but she didn't know like how to handle it or something like. And then like she would like go there and like feed them, I guess, or just like open the door and like throw food in, and then like
what kind of apartment is also like letting anyone do that?
Yeah. And she said like they were like, or that's what his story was like, that she would just go in and like throw newspaper down like and like over the poop and over this thing, and then like it just like kept layered and growing, and like
cats are dying, like they're
this is what he comes in to clean up now. He had to like literally step in to get into the apartment because there's so like just so much layers of toilet paper or paper towels and newspaper whatever on the floor and he said like of course there's like remains of dead cats, and then he said
they're like eating it too, man. They're like eating and
the cats babies were born in there. And, and the cats ate the baby cats.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the most messed up stuff.
I would be literally, I would smell that and be like, I'm finding a new job. Right. Like, there's no way. No.
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
And he like, I mean, obviously like him working through that, like telling Ryan the story and stuff, like he was like, you know, like these are things that are like burned into his mind. Like this is like, you know, that
how do you sleep at night?
Right. So he's gone through a lot of therapy and stuff, and like, but he's no longer doing that job. But I'm just like, but it made me also realize like, holy shit, like that's somebody's job. Like somebody, you know, like some of the things.
I would either quit my job or I'd call up Netflix and be like, hey man, I got a new show.
Yeah.
How about you get a camera crew and follow me around, man?
Right.
That's
that
crazy.
was probably the worst. I mean, like everything was bad. I mean, like he, you know, but like. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Especially with cats and dogs, and like I don't know, like those always mess with me and stuff. I don't like any of that. But anyway, so yeah, there's some interesting stories.
All right, I'll have
podcast.
to check that out, man.
All right, let's. I don't know how do you segue out of that, but
Anyway,
but let's play something completely different.
All right.
The next song you did was Cafe Collin.
Yeah. Man, how are we gonna segue from like a cat apartment to Cafe Collin?
This is a palate cleanser. Here, we'll refresh here.
All right. This is your ginger.
Yeah.
You know, like get a little ginger and like really just clear it for the next piece of sushi. So Cafe Collin is a crazy deep song. I will explain this song because it literally, if you listen to it, it would be hard to place the picture. So basically, in high school, I was in this play called Scapino, and I thankfully somehow, I don't know how, but I got the lead part. I was Scapino, right? And it was a really, really amazing experience. Like the entire thing was just really made me realize that I'm a showman, that I wanted to be a showman, that I liked entertaining people, you know? But in the process of doing this play, there was this kid named Collin. He was a little short guy, and he had like an afro. He's really quiet, but he got a role in the play as well. But he didn't have a way home after these rehearsals we had to do, so I said I would drive him home. So I did pretty regularly. But I was also in high school, and I was like trying to like go to parties and, you know, and hang out with girlfriends and do all that. And one time I was like, hey man, I can't help you. I'm sorry. I can't drive you home. Like this is the last time I can. Another rehearsal goes, and he's like, hey, can I get a ride home? And I say, no, I'm sorry. You have to find it. You have to find your own. And I just literally just didn't give him a ride home. The next day of school, we get there, he's not there. The next day after that, he's not there. And then there's the third day, he wasn't there. And the next day, we got notified that he had died. He had a heart condition that he didn't know about, his parents didn't know about, and he had died in his sleep. And it really messed with me, because the last thing I ever said to that guy was I wouldn't drive him home, and I kind of like just left him hanging. I was really kind of shitty friend. And I didn't even know that I was like so moved by it. But basically in the play, we had a prop, like there was like a prop building, and that was like basically used where people could go and like get in different outfits and stuff like that. But it was still a prop in the play, and we named it Cafe Collin because he actually never got to be in the play. He was in all the rehearsals, but he never got to like actually be in front of people, you know? So we called it Cafe Collin. And so I don't even know how it came to my mind. I mean, it always kind of haunted me a lot. I started writing it one day, and I wrote it literally in one take. Just kind of freeballed it and wrote it, and like, I mean, it couldn't have taken half an hour. Brought it over to Bennie's the next day, and Bennie was like, well, that's amazing song, let's record it. And so it'll be on tobacco season. But that's Cafe Collin. That's what it's about. So
yeah, man, jeez.
Built cafe in your absence, carved your name on the doorstep. How could we have known who'd ever see this coming? When I attended your funeral, shook the hands of your brothers. How could they have known It meant so much to me. And I know it don't change nothing. And I know it's set in stone. But Collin, if I can go back, I would have driven you home. So come on down to the cafe, Collin, there, putting on a play tonight. I hear it. Collin gets a chance to star in that show, and I would have driven him home to the cafe, Collin. I knew you till the tryouts, and even then you never stood out. How could you have known you can get the part you wanted? I drove you home after rehearsals, and we would talk about all the pretty girls. Talk about dreams and life and hope and getting the hell out of this town. And I know it don't change nothing. And I know you're not angry. But Collin, if I can go back, I wouldn't miss that party. So come on down to the cafe, Collin, there, putting on a play tonight. I hear it. Collin gets the chance to star in the show, and I would have driven him home to the cafe, Collin. And what hurts the most is knowing I could have been a better friend. And I wish I would have known we would never get to talk again. We got 3 full days of no shows and a starless in our sky. When the curtains close, we are saying goodbye. And we went on down to the cafe, Collin, there, putting on a play tonight. I hear where Collin gets the chance to star in the show, and I would have driven him home to the cafe, Collin. To the cafe, Collin. Oh, oh, oh.
That's tough, man. Especially, like not, I mean, obviously a lot there, but like not knowing any of that and just like, and then just be gone. And
yeah. Well, it's like, and little did I know that I would lose like a lot more people, but it was always like the first one, and one that I couldn't leave on. I didn't leave on positive terms. You know what I mean? Like, I know that Jesse, Jim, Matt, my grandparents, anyone that I've lost, it's like I know that we were good, we were cool. But him, it's like I just feel bad. But that's my homage to him. So,
yeah, man. That I don't know. There wasn't like anything as bad, like in like medical sudden like that. But we lost 2 friends in high school to car accidents, and like and it was just the same. It was like it.
You're just like you're still a kid,
right.
And you're just being hit with that first wave of like, hey, the world isn't just sunshine and rainbows,
right?
It's tough, and it's only going to be tough.
Yeah.
You just gotta you gotta really just value time and enjoy moments and be present, because who knows, it's weird. Yeah, it's like a slap in the face. You're just like, oh, okay, I'm awake now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But like you're saying, like the first, first time you know, a friend or any, you know, just somebody you knew and stuff like that, like, and it was just like, it really, it hits, and it's tough to deal with sometimes. But, you know, it's cool, that you know, keep his memory going and write the song and, you know, sharing it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for everyone to hear it. I'm really, really excited for, my, the teacher that put on the play, to hear it. Cause I think, and maybe a couple other people that were around during that time, like I think that those are the people that are really gonna like kind of be shocked. They're like, wow, okay, you know, like it's cool to finally just build a statue for him, if that makes sense. Like, you know, because he's deserved one for a long time.
Yeah, man. Well, you mentioned this appearing on Tobacco Season, which is your new album on the way.
Yeah,
we're still in the recording process and things, fine tuning all the things, and before we don't have any current release schedule yet or anything. But
I'm really taking my time. Like at Shelter, I dived in, and I literally wouldn't change a thing about Shelter, but I really just jumped in and was like, all right, here we go. You know, this I definitely want to take more time. I'd like to get like merch all designed, really cool merch. I'd like to get really awesome photos all put together. I'd like to probably shoot a music video, you know, and just really just plan everything out so like it gets the biggest effect. I'm really proud of these songs, so I really want to. I want everyone that I can possibly reach to hear them, you know, so they can at least be like, no, I hate this CD. This is the worst thing you've ever done, or you know, be like, no, dude, that's amazing. That's super great. You know, I've been playing music for so long, and I'm really excited to share this particular set of songs. Like I don't know if I've ever been more proud of like of a piece of work, you know. So I think the people are really gonna love it. It's kind of a callback to like better times, and there's a lot of songs that you're like, wow, that sounds familiar, but I can't place it, you know. And I think it's just because I kind of like live in that time zone in that 90s and stuff like that, you know. So
I just had a buddy on who plays like kind of punk rock, you know. So it definitely like it was. We had a similar kind of conversation, like where listening to his song and like kind of took me back to like thinking of like a lot of the 90s like teenage comedies or 2000 teenage comedies and things, and like all the soundtracks that were full
Weezus and man,
and like, you know, it's like it just took me right back to that era and stuff, and it was like, all right, those were simpler times.
100%, man.
But there's something fun about that you know, kind of you know, a sense of nostalgic, you know, or whatever, you know. It's like there's all that kind of lumped in there and stuff, but even though it's brand new. And
100%.
So,
I'm really excited about the album, like recording with Bennie and Matt Benne from Fivefold, and a producer, Matt Benne. It's going really, really awesome, and we are just really just taking our time with every little step of the process, you know.
Well, you guys started the year with Revival.
Yeah.
That was you debuted that, released as a single to kick off 2022.
Yeah.
And is that going to be your lead single, or is that just a standalone single?
That's going to be the lead single.
Okay.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that song is on the CD. That will be the lead single, and then but I'll probably put out like another single when we're closer, or maybe even a couple. No, Revival I'm like super proud of as well. That song is like really dear to my heart, and kind of set out the mission statement of like what I'm trying to do in this next era, in the chapter of Cheney. Yeah. You know.
Well, you can find Revival wherever you're getting your digital music at, and add it to your favorite playlists and things, and seems to be doing pretty well online and stuff.
Yeah.
So people,
I checked it the other day.
Yeah. People are responding. So like,
let's see what it's at.
Yeah.
It is. Where's it? Oh, come on. I feel like an old man trying to, you know, like when I mess with technology, you know. Yeah. No, we are at We're almost at 500 streams. I think we could do better.
500?
I think, almost at 500. I would like to get to 1,000.
How's it 500?
I don't know. It is.
That's more than that.
Yeah, it's only 427 streams. I think that I need to like just really get on it.
That doesn't seem right. I was
I mean, I'm kind of let down, with the Cheney fans.
Here, I'll just put it on.
I'm never let down.
I'll just put it on a loop right now.
Yeah, man, get those streams up. If you're listening to this still, if you made it through the true crime cats part and the sad high school, and if you're still here, then just go stream Revival right now and tell everyone in your house to stream it too, so I can get to 1,000, please. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I like this song a lot, and it was coming off of Lion and stuff, just kind of hearing another different take on some of your stuff. So
yeah, Revival was cool. I literally wrote that up on a mountain. So Brittany, so we went to Colorado.
Yeah,
and we're like, yeah, dude, let's go to Pikes Peak. And I had no idea what Pikes Peak was. It's a giant freaking mountain. It's a giant fucking mountain, man. And like it's 14,000 feet in the air, and you drive up it. And I'm like, man, I am a little scared of heights, but I'm not really like taking that too much into account. We get above tree line and I shut down. I'm like literally anxiety attack. And it really messed with me because I don't like ever having anything that's keeping me down or holding me back. I don't like being weak or feeling I'm weak or thinking I'm weak. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. And now, starting as soon as I get better from this, me and Brittany are going to start learning how to rock climb so we can go back to Colorado and start rock climbing.
Cool, man.
Because what better way to get over your fears than just climbing it? Obstacle is the way, if Marcus Aurelius taught us anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that sounds fun. I never really got. I'd like to do that, some of that traveling more and getting to climb some mountains and see the world and do some things.
It's dude, it's like the greatest gift. Yeah. It's if I look back at me and Brittany have traveled so much now, that we've been to I don't know, and I'm sure there's a million people that travel way more, but it just made me more humble. I feel like I back off of social media. I mean, you can take as many photos of a mountain as you want, or like in Rocky Mountain National Forest, or of but it's never gonna even come close. I don't think even the best camera in the world can capture the moment, because we got lost in Rocky Mountain National Forest. We were lost for 5 hours in the wilderness with bears and elk. And, in the moment that was scary, but in the end, when we found it was that's something that I will have forever. It was terrifying, but it was also I felt so small, and it's man, nature is beautiful and just does not care that we are here. We are insignificant.
Yeah. We went to, I was just talking about it last night. That's why I think about it, but we went to the planetarium a little while back. And, I mean, I know it's completely different, but just again, thinking how small we are. We're talking galaxies and stars and all that. I mean, it's geez, man, it's wild to put all that in perspective.
It's and we think we're so cool. We think we're so important.
Right.
And it's man, bro, we ain't shit.
Yeah.
It's we look at every animal as below us, man, but I think we do better by thinking more like them.
Yeah.
Just not overthinking everything and not just it's the world right now. It's just what are y'all doing, man? We're not that cool. Just sit. It's sit down, be humble. You're, that Facebook, the drama that you're being fed on social media is nothing.
Sure.
And it literally does not pertain to your life, and the stories you're hearing are not true.
Right.
And just sit down, hug your wife or your husband or your best friend or your dog, whatever you got, and take a chill pill, because You only got so long here. And that's the beauty right there, right? It's like we are insignificant. We are small, and like it's our lives literally, I mean, not even being depressing, but our lives literally matter so little in the great span of things. So to even be alive and to be conscious of being alive that's the greatest gift, because you can sit there and be like, you can experience these things before, it's like, if you're the most important thing in the world, then like, I mean, what kind of, you can just chill, man. You can just sit down, you can live your life and do a bunch of cool things, and then just like leave it, and you're good. You got that gift, It's people don't think like that though. I don't think.
Yeah. Everybody's busy.
Everyone's too busy like being like trying to conquer the world.
Yeah. Let's play another one, and this song is titled "Hey Hey" or "Hey Rock and Roll." Not Hey Hey.
I kind of want to call it Hey Rock and Roll.
Yeah, but Hey Rock and Roll.
Back in 1935, Mississippi native, his whole life till he found a sound he never heard, and it brought him straight to Center Records. Said, boy, you are a sight, hips turn to shaking when you use those pipes. The best we'd ever seen, gave him a crown, long live the king. So hey, rock and roll, won't you be my queen? Whisper the words I need to scream. Get the people moving, dancing and a grooving. Here to spread the word out, rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll. Then in 1942, young Jimi Hendrix found the blues. He created a sound on his own, and he stuck them on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Well, Woodstock was his kingdom, and the stage, it was his throne. Commanded with a guitar, all the subjects sang along, singing, hey, rock and roll, won't you be my queen? Whisper the words I need to scream. Get the people moving, dancing and a grooving. Here to spread the word out, rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll. Hey, rock and roll. Hey, here we go now. To escape it, tried to run far from the sound. Crowd had said it's dead and buried 6 feet underground. But nothing soothes my soul quite like that old time rock and roll. Said if you need a messenger, I gladly heed the call. So hey, rock and roll. So hey, rock and roll. So hey, rock and roll, won't you be my queen? Whisper the words I need to scream. Hey, rock and roll, won't you be my queen? Whisper the words I need to scream. Get the people moving, dancing and a grooving. Need to spell the word out, rock and roll. Hey, yeah. Hey, rock and roll. Hey, yeah. Woo! Said, hey, rock and roll, won't you be my queen?
Man, this was fun. Like again, kind of like Hunter Hunted, a little more of that rock side of things, and but I like in the verses, mention paying tribute to some of the great
Presley and Jimi Hendrix, man.
So some of the greats before us, and so yeah, man, those it was cool. It was good. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it kind of does go from like, so whenever Fivefold ended, we got into steeples, and we were already in steeples before that, but it was pop, and and basically I was like, I had the mentality that rock and roll was dead. I didn't want any part of it. I didn't want to be a rock and roll artist. To my knowledge, Fivefold wasn't coming back, and and I was fine with that. And then when I started folk music, what I found is I kept writing rock songs on my acoustic guitar. I just kept writing more and more rock songs, and I'm like, man, I don't think rock and roll is dead, and I think that I'm just gonna keep writing rock. So might as well just dive right in. So it's like I kind of like had a vision of like, the chorus is, "Hey rock and roll, won't you be my queen? Whisper the words I need to scream. Get the people dancing, moving and grooving. Here to spread the word of rock and roll." It's kind of like not selling your soul like to like the devil, but just basically being like, "Hey man, never mind. I will just give in. Stop trying to fight it. Rock and roll is alive and well." And maybe that's the whole problem, is everyone doesn't think it is. Right. We can't shake it off our heels yet. It's still like coming up, even in country, man. Like Tyler Childers and all these cats, man. Like that's freaking rock and roll. Like that's nothing else other than rock and roll. So yeah, it's my homage to that.
Well, that's like the thing, like the whole the whole argument too with like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and stuff, and how people are like, Eminem's not rock and roll, and whatever, or different things like that. All these people.
Eminem is rock and roll.
I'm like,
you better lose yourself in the mute. Yeah, dude.
He flipped a big old middle finger to everybody.
Yeah, man.
And like, what's more rock and roll than that?
I think genre. The idea of genres is stupid. It's just it's controllable, and that's all they are, is controllables for people to be like, well, I listen to country. I don't listen to rap, or I don't listen to screamo. Yeah. I don't know who still uses the word screamo, but I apparently do. It's like, screw that, man.
Yeah.
Like today, I woke up listening to Oliver Tree, and then I listened to Bad Omens, and then I started listening to Charles Wesley Godwin, a country artist, or Americana, whatever they want to call it.
Right.
But it's like, what is a genre, man? Like it's all music, and there's something to be gained from every style of music.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know. Yeah. I don't ever want to be characterized by genres.
Right.
I guess that's pretty obvious now. You can look back at how the different things I've sang in.
Got a little something, a little everything in there.
Yeah. I'm like, how are you feeling today? You want some rock? You want some heavy metal? Do you want some pop music? You want some folk, man? Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Shady's got you.
Well, you said Fivefold earlier when we've been, we kind of mentioned some things, but you guys do have a big old show on the calendar for March 19th on a Saturday night over at Old Rock House here in St. Louis, Missouri. And first time on the stage in like 2 years, 3?
No, I mean, I think it's about a year.
Oh,
yeah, it's because we played in Keokuk.
Oh yeah,
that was so much fun.
And what about in St. Louis though?
St. Louis, yeah, no, we haven't played in St. Louis in definitely like 3 years, something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I mean, we're gonna sell this show out.
Yeah.
I think it's 500 people, and like our ticket sales are just like every day. It's like, steadily just climbing. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be amazing, and it's literally just prepared to. It's a fivefold show, like everything you remember it to be, like the lights, the professionalism, the energy. Everything's literally just gonna be like to the max. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've been a fan since the early days, and it was really cool to see. It was a bummer when you guys hit pause on everything, and so it was really exciting to see you all back releasing new music and things, and and seeing you guys having just as much fun as today as you did 10 years ago and stuff. So
we're having more fun than we did 10 years ago, man. Like literally, I hang out with these guys, and we all hang out with each other, and it's like, when we talk about this, like I feel like every time we hang out, there's like give it like a few hours, someone's gonna text the group chat being like, guys, I know we say this all the time, but literally last night was so much fun. Yeah. We're best friends, man. Like literally just the best homies. Like I don't laugh near as much with anyone else in my entire life than I do with them. Yeah. And it's like we did this we did this music video shoot the other day, and
I think we saw some stills on.
Yeah,
I saw a picture.
We tried to hint it.
I saw a picture of Al Coretta's in Inception.
So that Derek was trying to do a thing there. And we just flopped it.
Yeah.
We were like, all right, everyone's going to post at the same time. We're going to caption the same. Everyone posted their photo with different captions and at different times. and then we were like, well, this is why we have Shago. Shago does such a better job with that. No, so we were there and literally it's like I was dealing with my, my surgery and stuff. And the dude's just like, they'd hand me a shot. And then half an hour later, be like, "Are you all right? How's that shot treat you? You all right? Need to sit down? You all good?" Yeah. I'm like, dude. I mean, we're the best homies, man.
Sure.
Like, you don't go through that much life and that much learning and loss and happiness and not just like have a different. There's just a different part of your heart that is owned by those homies.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting to do this show and to be releasing new music, like. Because we've all learned so much. We've spent time away, and then we step back in it, and everyone all of a sudden has new skills, or we're better at being business partners and friends, and it's just super obvious, and it's just things are just happening so fast now, and it's really exciting. So.
Yeah, man. Well, I can't wait. I got my ticket. I'm excited about it. I know you guys already sold out the
VIPs,
so yeah. But
that was really interesting too, man. The VIPs were literally bought by all the homies, by all fans people that have been like supporters since day one. I thought that was so interesting because I thought it would be all these other people, but I think it kind of just goes to show like Fivefold and who we are and that support system that we built. Is who wants to hang out with us more than our homies? Yeah, that's who got them, and nice. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, the VIP experience, and we may increase that a little bit, in a few days or weeks or whatever. So there might be another chance to get more VIP. But it's also 10 years since we put out the story, which is crazy, and we're going to we're going to play like a 30-minute acoustic set of the story.
Nice.
Up there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Every now and then I go back and revisit those songs and
it's crazy, man. It's
pretty wild though to think about. There's been 10 years and
well, it's like you were talking about the podcast, man. It's like I look back at that and I'm like, that's crazy.
Sure. Yeah. I hit 8 years doing this thing. So again, it's time flies when you're having fun, right?
Dude, 100%. I realized that I have been in a band. I've never not been in a band. I wasn't in Fivefold for like 2 months in the early years. But other than that, I've been in a band since I was like 13. And now I'm 31. Yeah. And I don't know a time ever in my life when I wasn't in a band.
Right.
And that's so crazy. It's the 10,000 hours rule, man. It's like, you want to be an expert at something, just do something your whole life and then you'll become an expert. Yeah. And I'm not an expert. So actually that whole theory is bullshit.
Well, yeah, man. Well, again, if you haven't had you don't have tickets yet, and you're listening, and they are available, I would highly encourage you to grab them right now because, like I said, it's going to sell out.
It'll happen faster as the closer we get.
It's just it's not. Old Rock House is pretty small, so it's it's gonna.
And we also have something else we're doing that night that's going to be really, really, really amazing, and we're really working really hard on it. Yeah, but I'll keep that as a surprise.
Yeah, there you go. Well, a whole night of surprises. But yeah, man, and then hopefully this is just the beginning of things for Fivefold this year. Hopefully we'll have some more fun things happening, so that we can share and get to more opportunities to rock and all this. Yeah. But
next we get the whole crew on here.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I think the last one we did in a QT parking lot in the bus. Yeah,
we had Joe Glink with us. I believe, right? Yeah. He was supposed to help do shit.
I think that was the last time we did a proper Fivefold episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But other than that, you can catch Ryan around town playing solo acoustic stuff too. So find Ryan Cheney on your Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
Get plugged in on those things and coming to a town near you.
Yeah.
I know you're kind of a fixture on the calendar for 9 Mile Garden and Bennie's Pizza in Belleville, Tin Roof.
Yeah.
So you got a couple different spots around town. So, and always looking to expand that. So
No, 100%. Yeah, that's basically what pays for me to live my dream.
All right, yeah, man. So come on out to a show. We have one more we want to share with you today. And is this also appearing on Tobacco Season?
No, this is brand new. I wrote this
new.
a couple weeks ago.
All right, this is
Atomic Lover.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This again, first time I'm hearing it. First time anybody's hearing it. I guess, like you're saying, brand new. But
no one's. Yeah, I haven't shared it with anybody.
Maybe Brittany, but
yeah, Brittany's heard it.
Yeah.
She likes it.
Yeah.
No, actually, Brittany hates all.
No,
music.
yeah, just thumbs down over there. But no, this was great. You said this one kind of you said you had part of it, and
yeah, I wrote the chorus to Atomic Lover like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I tried to write verses, and because I try to like stick to a topic, or I tend to stick to a topic whenever I start writing. So it's like I feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. So I was like, all right, explosives, fire, like, you know what I mean, like very chaos instruments. And so I try to like throw like dynamite and all this different like keywords in my verses. And so I wrote like 2 different like songs pretty much for this with the chorus, that is Atomic Lover. And both just didn't hit. They just didn't sit right. So I had I'm still in that time when I'm playing a crap ton of Fallout 4, the game made by Bethesda. And it's all about post-apocalyptic America, and I'm playing it and there's ghouls and, radiation. And I was like, oh my God, I need to write the song from the perspective of someone in a nuclear fallout falling in love. Because they also have like a radio station on that game, right? And it's all these songs that are like nuclear themed, welcome to the fallout, something like that. And I was really inspired by that. I'm like, that's pretty amazing. They wrote a lot of these songs, or maybe the songs are already there. But so yeah, and I wrote Atomic Lover from that perspective. So if you do play Fallout, you're gonna see so many callbacks to the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. It's I like that too. Just like, you never know when like the inspiration's gonna hit, and
Never.
or what's gonna.
You just got to run with it.
So you never know where it could be. A movie, could be a podcast, could be a video game, man. So
Mushroom cloud lighting up the sky, sorta like that fire in your eyes. See the thunder, you're such a wonder, my atomic lover. Dynamite blast as we kiss, breaking down all my defenses. Since this might be the end of us, atomic lover. And I don't wanna be alone at the end of the fallout there, saying doomsday's close, gotta get out. You're radiating so much beauty, only a matter of time till I feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. I must have missed when the missiles dropped and my heart stopped it. How I'm falling apart. She flew in like a wildfire, burning me with desire to know what it means to burn. I still feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. My atomic lover. People run find some spark just like we got. We're burning so hot, my atomic lover. Yeah. And you don't gotta be alone at the end of the fall out there, saying doomsday's close, better get out. You're 88 and so much beauty, only a matter of time. Yeah, till I feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. I must have missed when the missiles dropped and my heart stopped it. Now I'm falling apart. She flew in like a wildfire, burning me with desire to know what it means to burn. I still feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. My atomic lover, and she's a one-way ticket to my end of the world. And even if it's up in flames, I feel the same about my atomic girl. Yeah. And she's a one-way ticket to my end of the world. So let it all go, I'll pet the flames, I'll scream your name, my atomic girl. I still feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. I must have missed when the missiles dropped and my heart stopped it. I feel safe in her arms. She flew in like a wildfire, burning me with desire to know what it means to burn. I still feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. My atomic lover. My atomic lover, yeah, yeah. My atomic lover.
But I like that, but you have to kind of be open enough.
Vague.
Yeah. Well,
You can't. Well, yeah. Someone was like, "You should put in there, like, like you're my power armor,"
Yeah.
or like something. It's like you can't get that. Like, you can't be like
No.
direct. It's still got to be a love song, and hopefully everyone that even if you don't know, even if you didn't even know that thing about Fallout 4, like you could just listen to the song and still like love it and still
Sure.
be like, "Oh, that song's great." And not, you wouldn't be taken out because it's so literal. You
Yeah.
know, it's more like an Easter egg.
Well, I'm just saying, like there's like been the I think I don't know who originally said it, but somebody was like the quote about comedians, how like they're always listening and like that you're always going to be a part of their joke or story or whatever,
Yeah.
Things like that, and like and they're always looking for inspiration from real life things and stuff. And I think the same for songwriters. You never know when that next song is going to find you or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So whatever obviously a lot of people borrow from real life experiences and things, and sometimes you just need a Fallout 4 or something else to kind of make it put it in perspective and stuff. So
yeah, it's like and just like listen to it, and just like really be like aware of like what's happening.
Yeah.
And, I love that. That's my favorite part of it. It's like it's almost like an algorithm or like a math problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how do I like write this song,
Yeah.
like this idea, how do I do that masterfully without like making it sound cheesy or and that's kind of like I guess like some nerd stuff for me.
Yeah.
It's like I like writing good songs, but I also love when a good song has like it's like I can write my Brittany was telling me I should write like a metal song about getting my whatever pulled out of me, but like, and the whole song is just about that, but don't let anyone know.
Sure.
And it just be like heavy and everyone's like, oh my God, this song speaks to me.
Yeah.
And it just being about my appendix being removed,
Yeah.
which I probably will do. But
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, now we'll have to cut this out of the podcast so nobody knows your secrets.
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel like there's probably a lot more than that. More like that than we are aware of. I think and then I think like songwriters or artists are just like, give you the whole, oh yeah, we can't really tell you a story or whatever, because if they did, you'd be like, oh, well, that's pretty lame, it's about, that. Or,
Darker Side of Me is about being shot at by a paintball gun in a Taco Bell parking lot. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This guy, he thought I was flirting with this girl.
Yeah.
And he shot at me with a paintball gun. And I couldn't do anything about it. And I was so mad, so I went home and whenever we wrote that, I started writing about that experience in Darker Side of Me.
Yeah.
What I would have liked to do.
All right.
But it's like, what are you gonna do? This song's about getting shot out by a paintball gun in a Taco Bell parking lot.
Yeah. Like,
Let's go.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I also think about that, like your whole, what the fuck is up, Denny's? Like,
Yeah, dude.
Those guys, like, just getting, don't be afraid to just be real with it. Just be, getting rowdy in a Denny's or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Just say whatever it is, whatever the song is about and stuff, and just have fun with it. And
100%.
What as ridiculous as it is, and
Yeah, life is supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that we're alive, so
Yeah.
life should be.
yeah. But yeah, man, I hopefully we'll sooner than later we'll be having a copy of Tobacco Season in our hand. I mean, like I said, we're getting close, and so keep an eye out. And all recorded at with Bennie. You said, right?
It's all at over at Bennie's studio.
Yeah.
And
does he have a proper name for the studio?
Resolution Audio.
There we go.
Yeah, so over at Resolution Audio, he's literally just, I mean, it's crazy. So we recorded The Lion, I believe. The Jesse James was the first song he ever released under, from Resolution Audio, and just seeing the growth from that time to now, it's crazy. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Matt will literally live his entire life being a producer. And being extremely successful at it. So it's another moment where I can sit back and watch my friend just crush it and be a part of it, So yeah, he's doing really good. So if you're in a band and you want to record somewhere for fairly cheap and also want someone who's going to actually uplift your song, hit up Resolution Audio.
Yeah.
Bennie.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He's been a good dude, and I'm glad to see that he's continuing to crush it in life and being dad and everything. It's like, it makes me really proud. Like, it's just it's cool to see the homies doing well and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's super cool.
Yeah. Well, man, Ryan, it's been a great day. Another fun podcast in the books, man.
Hell yeah.
And I appreciate you doing this and sharing these songs with me and everybody, and I can't wait to get rowdy in the pit with you guys.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy
on the 19th. So, or 19th? 19th, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm terrible at that. It's on the calendar. I'll get.
That's it, man.
Right.
I look at my months on a month basis, and then I know all the dates.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, man. I thank you, and I will see you soon, my friend.
All right, buddy.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.